All right, folks, this big colossal thing on my table here is the Campy Gear Hunky 18,000 BTU 2-in-1 propane heater. This thing's got a lot of neat features, so let's check it out. All right, everybody, welcome back. Now, we are going to put this on the floor. I'm going to show you how it all comes apart and demo everything. I just want to give you some basic information on it to start with. You guys have seen me review the smaller Campy Gear heaters. This one's a little bit different because it's not only a heater, but it's also a stove, a way to cook your food. I'll demo that. That's the top up there. That top is going to come off, and there's a different grill, and I have it all out here. So I'll show you all that in a second. But I want to explain to you some basic features of this. Now, this does have the barbecue plate, which I told you up on top there. You can heat up a room and cook your dinner while you're on it. It does run on LPG, or the 20-pound propane tanks right over there. Okay? So it will run on the propane tanks, and that's what we're going to be running it on today. There is an adapter you can buy to run it on the 1-pound propane tanks. However, it eats up a lot of fuel, so I'd go with the 20-pound myself. I'm going to keep it as a 20-pound heater and probably use it in my back room when I'm out there and it's kind of cold, because that's really, really handy. Nice 360-degree heat coming out of it. And I'll tell you, it does get hot. This thing really gets hot. It is a good idea to use something like this in a ventilated environment. Again, you're burning a lot of fuel here. You're going to have a lot of carbon monoxide. So make sure if you do use this indoors, you're conscious of your immediate area, what's going to get hot, what might melt, burn, whatever, and you do have proper adequate ventilation. This really, to me, is more of an outdoor heater in a campsite or something. Maybe you can't have a bonfire. You have something like this to cook over and keep everybody warm. So you have two ways to protect yourself from the flame. You have a double fence design here. You have the outside part here, and you have this inside grate here, and I haven't turned it on yet, so that's why I can touch it. It has a maximum of 18,000 BTUs, so it will keep you and 6 other people warm outside or just sitting around it. It is kind of handy, and that is why I think it's a perfect thing for even a backyard. It can be used in an emergency, of course. And like I said, if you do use it in your home, make sure you have adequate ventilation. Like most larger propane heaters and like the buddy heaters, this also has some protections built into it. First of all, it's got the tip-over protection. So if this tips over, it immediately shuts itself off. Previously, while playing with it and connecting the hose and everything, I tested that and it does work. I just picked it up by the handle and turned it sideways enough and it turned itself right off. It also has a carbon monoxide sensor as well. So if you're had this indoors, and the oxygen level gets low and the carbon monoxide starts to take over, this will turn itself off. Very, very handy feature as far as I'm concerned. As much as I tell people, don't use this indoors, you know somewhere someone is going to put this in a little studio apartment in the middle of the room and start feeling lightheaded and, you know, with a headache and dizzy and not listen to it. So please be careful when using propane devices inside your home. I would not recommend using a 20-pound propane tank in your living room. Okay, I would say this is an outdoor device. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to put it down on the floor because there's really not much room to demo here. I'm going to put it down on the floor over by my tool chest over there, and we are going to turn it on. We're going to try it out. I'm going to show you how the grill and the heater on top works, and we're going to go from there. So let me move everything around, connect it to the propane, and let's check it out. All right, so now you can kind of get an idea how big this is. It is a larger heater. Some people will kind of think it looks like those old kerosene heaters where you put the kerosene in the wicks in the bottom and light it. It does have that similar design, but it is only gas. So you can't run on this on anything but the gas like I have over here, the 20-pound tank. Now I'm going to demo the top because how that works, this is your grill, okay? You're going to put this piece on, okay? And then you're going to put this piece in the middle, and you can cook, steam, whatever on here. It's kind of got that Japanese steaming, you know, I've seen them make pot stickers and stuff on these. But it will get hot enough to cook food on, I'm sure. So how you're going to do that is you're going to pull out those 2 prongs on the handle there, and that top piece is going to come right up. We're going to put this in and show you how it works. So let me get that top piece off, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so there you go. Here's the top piece that was on there previously. Here's the carry handle. And we're going to put those down behind me here. And I'm just going to place this piece on top. And this really just sits in there. There's no special way or rhyme or reason it goes. Then you're going to take your grill plate here and put that in the center. Now I assume if you're maybe boiling a large amount of water that you could leave that off and just use the center there. I'm going to pop that back off. I'm going to show you. You do have pot stands and everything. So if you were to have, say, a 20-gallon thing of water or 10-gallon thing of water and you stuck it on there in a large stock pot, that would work very, very well. But generally, if you're going to be cooking food, this is the preferred method to do it. All right, let me hook it up to the propane, bring you down a little bit lower so you can actually see me lighten this thing. And we'll put the regular top back on again, and we'll try it out. All right, rules of operation for stuff like this. You're going to turn on your propane tank here, and I have it to open. You're going to open it up all the way. It'll take about, and honestly, about a minute, minute and a half for the propane to get in there and run through and everything. Then, you'll notice I have a little pilot flame going on there, okay? I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I do. We're going to do that again and show you how it works. You're going to turn it off, okay? You're going to turn this on, and just turn it until you get a pilot flame. There you go, see? So we've got the flame going, then you're going to open it up, all the way, and there you go. Got yourself a heater. So let me let it run a little bit, a few minutes, and I'll bring you back with the lights off, show you what it looks like while it's burning with the lights off. So excuse the little bit of stripping I have on the side of my garage door there so I can run my antenna wires in. You can see how that is glowing really nice and orange. I'm telling you, I'm standing here and I'm probably, I don't know, maybe 5 feet away, and I can feel the heat coming off it. So it's definitely putting out a good amount of heat very simply, and you see how easy that was to light. It is going to take a minute or so for the propane to travel into the stove. So you don't want to turn it on and click it a couple times, oh, it's not working, and throw it out. You do have to wait. You have to wait and click it a few times, and then you'll get that pilot light, and you release it. Okay, you're going to push it and turn and click, and you release it and let the pilot light burn for about 30 seconds or so. Then you can go for a full burn. So let's get the heat gun out. It's probably going to overload it, but I'm still going to try to get some temperature readings off it and see what we got going, and I'll bring you right back. All right, so I have probably a temperature in here, I believe it was 57 degrees when I came out here this morning. And inside the garage, that's the temperature. I'm going to give you a reading on that metal behind there. Okay, we're going to point the laser at it. You can probably see the laser dot under there. We got 107 degrees back there. This thing's been on, what, 5 minutes, if that? We'll get a little reading off the inside here. 250 was 269. If I go inside there, I know it's, oh no, 417. I thought it was going to overload. So you see, it definitely does its job. It does really sip propane. So for those of you thinking about putting it on the 1 pound cans, that might be okay, but it won't last anywhere near as long as a 20-pound can. And if you're going to have this out, say, camping out for a night, you definitely want to make sure that you keep it nice and warm for a long period of time. Now, to shut this thing down is pretty simple. You're going to reach down there. Let me get down there and show you. You're going to reach down here. You're going to turn it off like this. Okay. Turn it, and there you go. It's off. And, of course, you will then close your propane tank off and let it cool. You want to let this cool for a while. Do not touch it now. It is not safe to touch. You will burn yourself. However, the bottom, let's get a reading on the bottom here, is only 90 degrees. So, yeah, you'll probably be okay if you want to pick it up from the bottom. Me, personally, I just let it cool off completely until it's done. So give me a few minutes to let this cool off. We'll bring it up on the table. I'll tell you the deal I have on it and what it's going for and where you can buy one. All right, folks, we are back up on the table. It has cooled off considerably. It's been about 15-20 minutes. I was able to use the handle to pick it up. And as a matter of fact, even after it was burning, the handle being back that way, kept it cool. If you keep it up top like this, it's going to get hot when you grab it. So heat will rise up. You want it back out that way. This is the Campy gear, Hunky. This is an 18,000 BTU 2-in-1 propane heater and grill. You can use it as a grill. As I showed you with the different lid, you can cook on it. I think we're probably going to try that out in the future, maybe with some camp or survival type food. But I really wanted to get the information out to you because these are right now $209. That's a pretty good price. If you looked up kerosene or propane heaters, big outdoor heaters, especially the stand ones that have the little canopy on them, those things are ridiculously expensive. So for $209, you can keep yourself fairly warm. If you're the type of person that does, say, overlanding or camping out for long periods of time or ice fishing or anything like that, this is definitely something to consider. I will put a link down below where you can pick it up. The weight on this is about 13.45 pounds. The dimensions are 23.75 tall, 16 wide, 16 across on the bottom, and 16 wide. So 16 inches. So all in all, nice big outdoor heater. It has actually still warmed up the room. It still gives off some radiant heat even though it's cooled off. It's still kind of warmed up this room. I told you when I came out here it was 57, 56, maybe 53, I forget. I have my little temperature gauge on the corner there. And I always take a look at it, so definitely has warmed up the room considerably. This will definitely be used in here for the winter time when I'm out here working on a project maybe, or when I'm out here doing videos. It's very, very quiet, and it gets very, very warm. So definitely a plus in my book. Okay, link will be down below. Check them out. Under that is our Amazon affiliate store. That's where I put all the stuff that I review from Amazon. So if you're interested in checking out any specs I might have forgotten, you can find them there on that store. Underneath that's our freeze-dried wholesaler link. Now, the other day you saw me make a meal with some freeze-dried wholesaler food. Very, very simply, that link there will save you 15%. If you're interested in getting stocked up on food, and trust me, now is the time to start doing that. The reports I'm hearing over the internet as far as grain supplies, fertilizer supplies, farming in general point to a possibility of some rough times in relation to food. So if you're interested in getting started, click that link, save 15%. He offers everything on his site that's freeze-dried. I've never seen somebody make freeze-dried filet mignon or freeze-dried cheesecake. It's there, trust me, and it's all worked. I've made it on my channel. You can search. I have a playlist of all the freeze-dried stuff I've done from him. Under that is our My Patriot Supply link. This is a good, quick way to get yourself a lot of food quickly. Right now this month, we are having a sale on the 4-week kit, $50 off on the 4-week kit. So if you want to get started on your food storage and you don't have anything, this is an excellent way to do it. You go to preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com, and you can get in on all the deals that are special for my subscribers only. Underneath that's our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. If you're interested in trying out some Thrive Life food, by all means you can order it. There's nothing to join. You can order every month if you want. Or you can become a consultant like I do and resell the food. Or you can become a delivery customer and just have a set amount a month that you think you can spend from $50 all the way up to $1,000 a month depending on your budget. And every month you pick out what you want shipped to you and it'll be shipped to you. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.